Rabbits are super cute animals and have been farmed for various reasons. Sometimes, people keep them as pets in their houses. However, on the farm, rabbits are reared for the products they can provide. Just like other livestock, rabbits have different species and are pretty useful for their meat. If you have tasted rabbit meat, you should know there is more to the process than just getting a rabbit. The process takes a while and a lot of effort. There are about 305 breeds of domestic rabbits in the world, including the popular European species and its descendant, as well as 13 breeds of wild rabbits. The European rabbit species has been introduced to every continent except Antarctica, and is pretty common throughout the planet as a domesticated form of livestock and pet, and as a wild prey animal. Considering its prevalent effect on cultures and ecologies, rabbits have become a part of daily life in many areas of the world and are used as food, clothing, artistic inspiration, and companionship. Today on Need for Knowledge, we go behind the scenes to see how rabbits are reared on farms and how their meats are processed, with a special look at possible delicacies made from rabbit meat. Rabbit farming, or cuniculture, involves rearing and breeding rabbits for various reasons. They can be raised as livestock for products like meat, fur, or wool. They can be raised by rabbit fanciers and hobbyists as pets or for exhibitions. And they can also be raised by scientists for use as model organisms in scientific research. Modern methods for rearing domestic rabbits differ from region to region around the world, and there are other factors that are important, such as the rabbit breed, number of animals kept intended use, financial or technological constraints, and opportunities, along with the preferences of the farmer or owner. The first thing to note when you want to start rearing rabbits is housing. The animals should be kept in an enclosed building with essential features like heating, lighting, cooling systems, and proper ventilation. Of these features, ventilation and heating are essential because rabbits cannot handle extreme temperatures like other animals. Apart from that, you should also maintain the herd on a schedule of 12 hours each of darkness and light all year round, to keep the animals breeding throughout the year. As for rabbit cages, there are a wide variety of options to choose from. However, all metal cages are usually preferred as they help prevent unhygienic conditions that could cause the rabbits to have health problems. Management can be made easier for the producer if cages are hung in single layers from the ceiling. Mature male and female rabbits, also known as bucks and does respectively, should have separate cages that are no less than 20 inches high, 30 inches deep, and 30 inches wide. Junior does, friars, and Angora rabbits, that is castrated bucks and non-breeding does, may be kept in one pen in small groups. Each cage or hutch should have a watering system and a feed hopper attached to the outside of the cage. When it comes to breeding, a nest box can be placed within the hutch to provide privacy for the pregnant doe and protection for the litter. These nest boxes should have adequate room for the doe and her offspring, but should be small enough to keep the offspring close together. These nest boxes can be created using wire mesh, sheet metal, or non-treated wood. However, bedding such as wood or straw shavings is recommended during chilly weather. Maintaining a hygienic operation is very vital to prevent disease, and the best waste management systems would involve having porous bits beneath the cages with layers of gravel, sand, and drainage tile. Speaking of breeding, medium weight breeds weighing about 9 to 12 pounds can start breeding at around 6 to 7 months of age, with bucks maturing 1 month later than does. However, you must follow a strict breeding schedule as mature does don't always show outward signs of heat. When breeding starts, one buck can be used to service about 10 does. What a lucky guy. But breeding should be done no more than twice to thrice a week. You should also note that the doe should be placed in the buck's cage when you want to breed, and not the other way around, because the doe will fight to defend her territory. Mating should happen immediately, with an average gestation time of 31 to 32 days. That said, Rabbit farming practices are often differentiated into extensive and intensive rabbit farming practices, and each practice is pretty different from the other. Extensive rabbit farming practices involve keeping the rabbits at a reduced density and a lower production level, which was practiced due to fear of infectious disease and lack of nutrition knowledge. Hutches or cages used in this practice are usually made of a combination of metal wire and wood and are portable enough to be moved daily to fresh ground and to hold a litter of 6 to 12 rabbits at a 4 to 5 pound market weight. On the other hand, intensive rabbit farming practices are more efficient, focused, and time sensitive, employing a larger density of rabbits and higher turnover. Simple cages, kitchen floors, and natural pits can be used to provide shelter from the elements, as well as an enclosed, climate-controlled barn with rows of cages housing robust rabbits. Rabbit farming is common in a variety of settings around the world, with some using backyard operations and others using large commercial operations. Backyard operations use any kind of rabbit breed available. However, commercial operations use breeds like the Californian and the New Zealand breeds, along with their hybrids. Other rabbit breeds farmed for commercial meat production include the Altex and the Florida White. The key qualities of good meat rabbit breeding stock are their size at slaughter, their growth rate, and good mothering ability. This explains why rabbits of these breeds may be butchered as early as 7 weeks, and the female rabbits routinely raise litters of 8 to 12 offspring. Processing rabbit meat starts with dispatching the rabbit using your preferred method, after which the rabbit is hung upside down. Then comes the skinning process, followed by the evisceration process, which should be done using a shallow cut from the anus downward. After the rabbit has been eviscerated, it is butchered and placed in a large bucket full of cold water for 24 hours to remove any residual blood from the body. The next thing is packaging and storage, and the most common and easiest way to store rabbit meat is by vacuum sealing and freezing it for long periods. Some people prefer to use other methods of meat preservation such as dehydrating, smoking, or canning. Before we look at delicacies infusing rabbit meat, you should know that rabbit domestication started in the Middle Ages, as the European rabbit was commonly kept as livestock since ancient Rome. The early 19th century brought about selective breeding, generating a variety of rabbit breeds, many of which are kept as pets. The earliest breeds, such as the Gotland rabbit of Sweden and the Brabancon rabbit, were essential sources of meat and as a result, became larger than wild rabbits. However, domestic rabbits in the modern age range in size from giant to dwarf. Rabbit meat can be cooked into various exotic dishes, and renowned chef Mark Bittman once said that domesticated rabbit meat tastes like chicken, as both animals' meats are blank palettes on which we can layer whatever flavors we like. Delicious dishes using rabbit meat include slow-cooked rabbit stew, rabbit au vin, roast rabbit with thyme, braised rabbit pappardelle, coniglio al ischitana, civet de lapin, conejo con arroz, and many more dishes from different parts of the world. Which of these delicacies would you like to try? Leave your answer in the comments section below. Thank you for watching this episode of Need for Knowledge, and we will see you in the next one. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for new videos.